Hello, and you're tuned into another episode of Muskie Movie News with me, Joe Scott.
And myself, Manda, bringing you a special edition of Muskie Movie News where we get to talk about the Black Panther.
Yep, the biggest movie in the world right now, Black Panther. Me and Amanda have seen it. I saw it before her, but she finally was able to see it.
I saw it too a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, so we're finally going to be able to talk about it. A lot of our friends have talked about it as well, so have seen it and have talked about it, so it's going to be pretty cool to talk about and discuss everything. And just a reminder, our director's going to put it up for you guys. This is spoilers. We're going to discuss everything in the movie. So if you do not want to watch this and you haven't seen it yet, but it's been out for 5 weeks, so hopefully you've been able to see it. Don't watch this episode, but please come back when you do watch
Yes.
when you do watch it. But yeah, spoilers again throughout this episode. So Amanda, you finally saw it. Your first initial thoughts?
I really liked it. I thought it was a good overall Marvel movie. I thought it had plenty of action. It had a lot of humor. The last Marvel movie I saw was Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
And I thought that had a little too much humor. So it was nice that that Black Panther had just the right amount of action that I was needing for a Marvel movie.
I remember Thor Ragnarok. A lot of people had issue that it was too funny. It was like, well, it got good reviews, but a lot of people had that same issue. But yeah, again, Black Panther had a good mix of action.
Yes.
When the humor was perfectly timed throughout that movie, and when I first saw it, I thought it was just great, fantastic. One of the better Marvel movies that I have seen in a while, actually.
And it had the fighting scenes that I wish I would have saw in Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked the fighting scenes with the women warriors in Black Panther more than I did with Wonder Woman. So.
Oh, taking shade at the DC.
Yeah, I
universe. But
am.
even though Wonder Woman was such a fantastic
Yeah, it was
movie.
still good overall, but.
But again, Black Panther, very well done. Director, acting-wise, I know you were pretty happy about the new actors and actresses that were in this movie. Chadwick Boseman playing the Black Panther, I think he's the perfect guy to play this role and did such an amazing job with Black Panther when he was first introduced in Civil War and finally in his first solo film, which is just smashing the box office right now, and he's doing a great job playing this role and has done very well, and can't wait to see him in Avengers Infinity War,
yes.
which is going to be pretty cool. And Michael B. Jordan, the villain, Warmonger, he played. I thought he did very well as the villain.
Yeah, I was surprised because the trailer made it seemed like Andy Serkis.
Oh, Andy Serkis.
Yeah, it made it seem like he was the main villain, and then all of a sudden we were given Michael B. Jordan, and I really, really liked him. It kind of showed more of in depth what a villain tries to go for, I guess.
So they were the team, like they teamed up, Claw and him teamed up to get artifacts from Wakanda to try to get him into Wakanda. Then Warmonger turns on Claw and kills him again. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but again. I thought he did a very good job as the villain. Andy Serkis, I was pretty cool to see him back in there after seeing him in Age of Ultron. And another big character, Martin Freeman, played a big role in this movie as Agent Ross when he did his battling in Wakanda. I thought his character was really cool during this movie too.
I have to say my favorite character actually was Suri, which was
The younger sister.
The younger sister in the movie. I really enjoyed her characters. I loved the humor behind her. I believe that she is better and might be the next Stark in a way.
Oh, this is kind of true.
Yeah,
she's in charge of all the technology that Wakanda's has and that they're developing, which is that's a good take on it too.
So I hope she has some kind of role in Infinity Wars. I really like the humor. I really like the theme of tradition in the movie and how she's kind of like that borderline younger generation that kind of wants to put on her own take, where Black Panther, Chad's character, was kind of in that borderline of should he follow tradition or should he break it. So
and that was a big I won't say political. It was a pretty big political movie because again.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
Because it had a lot of stuff that we can relate to,
and
even
again,
though
it was a very relatable sense type movie.
Even when the place it doesn't exist as a fictional area.
Warmonger wants Wakanda to use their supplies, their resources for the world, and then Chadwick Boseman's character, Black Panther, T'Challa, being the king, doesn't want Wakanda to be exposed. He wants to stay all in Wakanda, but do
because of tradition of staying separate from the world and everything.
He's like, we don't want to be with them. We want to keep our distance. Don't want to get too involved. help when needed. But now, near the end of the movie, when all the battle and all the fighting's done, he goes to, I believe, the United Nations.
He goes somewhere and he makes an announcement that they will be aiding the world with technology.
Technology,
yeah, and I really think not only was what really led him to that was not only his sister, but the main female character at his side, which I believe was played by...
I believe that's Danae Gurira Okeye. I think his head of security.
Yes.
She played a big role in this movie as well.
Yes. And I really think it was her role. Actually, I thought it was, I believe, her.
Although Peter Nyong'o, his, I wouldn't say love interest.
His ex. It was an ex. And then he froze a couple times. And I really think it was her that kind of pushed him to the other side because she was already trying to do what she can without Wakanda's help in a way. And he wanted her. And also, just like from a female's perspective, I really liked that the love between them wasn't forced. It wasn't just like they already had a past history and both sides were there, because a lot of superhero movies so far has been suddenly they're in love, and I was like, okay, where did this come from?
Like, even though they broke up the first time, he still had like the feelings for her. He's like, I still want you to be my. He was like, I still want you to be my queen. She's like, I don't want to be your queen. And again, the back and forth was really cool between those two characters. So maybe those were the good things. So maybe what made me really think that you maybe disliked?
There was a couple mistakes, not mistakes, but I thought silly mistakes. Okay, so the warriors in Black Panther, the female warriors, are very strong and they're very, they feel like, I feel like they wouldn't make mistakes. And when they go out to the underground gambling in a way, and she makes, the head of the chief, she makes the simple mistake of talking in their language and then gets spotted. Like, she was the reason why they were spotted, and I didn't really understand that, because you would think with her stealthness and her sneakiness in a way that she would have been able to play it cool. And so I thought that was a small mistake. They didn't really show where Agent Ross was at the end, not until the credits. You saw him in the credits. Finally. So if you didn't stay for the credits, you didn't see him, and it would have just left it off hanging on a, like, where'd he go?
Always stay for the credits. But I do remember that. I was like, yeah, where did he go? And
I was like, did he die? Like, I don't know.
And because they had the end credit scene with the United Nations meeting, he was sitting in the back watching, approving what T'Challa was doing, the Black Panther was doing. But I could agree. I think that was one of the mistakes, like the whole her messing up. But there wasn't really a whole lot of mistakes that I know, but again, we're not experts or like a lot of the other movie analysts that are out there, the movie reviewers, big time guys. But we may miss something that you guys disagree with. But yeah, I think overall, it's just a nice main movie. People are just pining and going to see this movie. Again, it's already hit $1 billion in the box office. It's at $601 million. Domestically, so it's like doing so well, and it's already 5th straight #1 weeks at the box office. It's insane. And I thought Tomb Raider was going to topple. I thought you were too, but $3 million just short.
No, I thought Black Panther was going to keep going.
I thought Tomb Raider may have been just a tad bit, but no, Black Panther prevails. But yeah, again, it's going to be interesting to see if Black Panther keeps this thing going. But it's doing so well at the box office. People are just going to see this movie again and again and again, not just once, but like twice, 3 times, and it's incredible how well it's doing.
And before we wrap it up, we have to talk about the second credit scene. Did you say for the very, very end? There's always 2 now. There's not 1.
Did I stay? No.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna tell you it.
Just tell me now.
Okay. So at the very, very end, you see Black Panther's sister, Suri. She's by like these tents, and these kids are staring at someone. And she's walking by the water, and she turns around, and she goes, "Are you doing okay, Mr. Barnes?" And he goes, "Please call me Bucky." And Bucky is found, or is hinted that like he went missing for a while, and he was there, and he has no arm completely. So now we get to see that technology go in the use into Bucky's arm.
Was it in Civil War when Bucky went into?
Well, the whole thing was about Bucky.
Yeah, it was about Bucky.
And he disappeared, and I was really, really excited because I love
and
Bucky.
He'll be back in Infinity War, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see and pretty exciting to see. But again, Black Panther, I agree. Maybe for doing it out of 10, I'd probably give it 8.5 out of 10 for me. What about you?
I have to go a solid like 9.
Solid 9. Again, very highly rated movie all around. We really love this movie. Hopefully we'll see it again. If I gotta wait till the DVD, I can wait. But again, doing very well for itself in the box office is Black Panther. So with that, we're going to do what is coming soon to a theater near you. So coming soon to a theater near you is the sequel to Pacific Rim Uprising. Someone's very excited
I'm
to
so
see
excited.
that one, and also another sequel to Gnomes, I believe. It is Sherlock Gnomes.
Which is our director's favorite
our
movie coming out.
She is shaking her head no and giving us the throat slash. But again, 2 pretty big movies coming out. I saw the first Pacific Rim. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, I loved it so much. I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. One of my favorite actors is in it. And the idea of it was just, even though it could be a simple storyline, I didn't realize how much I would really like it.
Again, it's a Guillermo del Toro film.
Yes.
Who just won an Oscar. So he did the first one. I quite enjoyed it. And now the second one's coming out. John Boyega, Star Wars guy, is going to be the main character. And this one, a lot of the other characters are coming back from the first one, which is pretty cool.
I hope so.
There are.
Okay.
Some of them are coming back. But again, probably be interesting to see. Will it pass Black Panther?
No, I don't think so, because even though I really like Pacific Rim, I don't think it did well in the box office when it first came out. I don't remember.
I've never seen it in theaters the first time.
No, I saw it in my home, our home outside theater, but
well, this is tough. This is neat.
I don't think it will beat it.
So I think me and Manda are saying for 6 straight weeks, we think Black Panther is going to do it. And then Sherlock Gnomes, for your kids out there, if you saw the first one, hey, go check it out. Maybe we'll see you there. And then also, there's also a new scary horror movie, Unsane. I think that one's being filmed. That was entirely filmed on an iPhone.
Well, I did not hear about that one.
I think hopefully
it isn't. Is Unsane the one that's directed by I want to say Steven Spielberg?
I don't know.
I feel like he's directing a movie that he's not usually used to directing this year.
He's got Ready Player One coming out here pretty soon.
Okay.
That's not this week, but again,
that fits his genre.
Some pretty interesting movies coming out during this time of the year. But again, Black Panther may take this one again at the box office. But hey, you need to go see movies. There are a couple movies coming out. And that is it for this episode of Muskie Movie News. Remember to like and subscribe to the Orbit Media YouTube channel, Orbit Media TV. And we will see you next time.